It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Green Bay Packers and the Indianapolis Colts. All that and more coming up next.
Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to one of the league's most recognizable homes, Lucas Oil Stadium, opened in 2008 here in Indianapolis. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And here we go from Indy. Jaden Reed to return this. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
It took Jordan Love a little while for him to get his chance to start in the NFL. He had to watch Aaron Rodgers for a number of years, but guess what? Aaron had to watch Brett, and it paid huge dividends. And it sure looks like Jordan Love, to start his career, is doing the same. He didn't just watch Aaron Rodgers. He worked on his game. He developed his game over 3 years. And when he got his chance, he sure looked like a young star at the position.
Love throwing to start us off. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They stick with Jacobs. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on third down.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Love on third and short. Complete beyond the marker. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Running on first here with Jacobs. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Brought down by Julian Blackman. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the 40 on second down. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Turning to Jacobs on third. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Offense sure is marching to begin this game. Here's a first down from the 30. Man in motion here. Jacobs gets it on the draw. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Takes the handoff, now Love. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. So through one, this game, more for you defensive maestros out there. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's third and very long. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. From the red zone now. Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Jacobs does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down second and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
So now, here's third and goal. Going run again with Jacobs. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Packers get the game's first points here in the second. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series. And then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Extra point try is good by McManus. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. On now is McManus to kick this away. Josh Downs to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. So now the Colts getting their first opportunity on offense in this game. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick in 2023 out of Florida. A super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
Well, we've had to wait until the second quarter to finally see him and his offense out there. And we're going to see what they have in them here, Kate, in a hurry. Down a touchdown with how long they've been sitting over there. I know the feeling. You're chomping at the bit and likely going to be pretty aggressive with the football.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. This is ahead for about 5. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 32. Has him on the quick hitter. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Jair Alexander with the stop. This defensive battle has reached the 2-minute warning. The Colts driving ahead. 3rd and just 2 to go. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Colts gonna kick this away now on 4th, and it's Rigoberto Sanchez on for the punt. He takes the fair catch at about the 26-yard line. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. We don't get a return out of that punt, and the Packers will take over possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Love out of the shotgun. This is reeled in by Reed. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it'll be first down Packers.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down throw, here's Love. This one taken in by Kraft. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Love to throw again. Complete on the slant to Watson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Love from the gun. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
2nd and 10, Love trying again. He's got Watson. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
And on 3rd down, the Colts going with the nickel here. Love looking to pass. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st and 10, here's Love. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Gets this one to Watson. And they get this down to the 28. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. So on 3rd down, they're going to go ahead and bring him out to try and get 3 here before the half. It's 45 yards he'll try to connect from. And the kick by Folk is good. And that will add to their score.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He's back to throw. Fits it through the middle. Into the red zone. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. That is as efficient as an offense can be. 1 play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. Yeah, and the kick is good, so they take some valuable points off that lead right at the end of this half. So we've reached the end of 2, and it's the visiting Packers out in front. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We just watched a solid first half from the 2022 rushing champ, Josh Jacobs. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. On now is McManus to kick this away. Downs on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Indianapolis getting its offense out there to start off this second half. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down by Quay Walker. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Now a toss play, Taylor. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
The Colts ready for the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Got 46 on his first punch, and this one's pushing a little more distance. Fair catch signaled for and made at the 32-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
The tight end going in motion right. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
First down, and they go right back to him. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
They're set up at the 35 now. He's got a gain of 6 there. Award that tackle to the effort of Leatu Latu. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 29. That's complete to Musgrave. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
So they'll be set up with a 1st and goal when we come back. The Packers with it. They have the lead late, but this game is close. All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Handoff here to Jacobs. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. It's a gain of a yard, but they needed just a couple more inches. 3rd down.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Jacobs on 3rd and goal. And this time he gets it done. Touchdown! The Packers make it a 9-point advantage. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers make it a 10-point ball game. On now is McManus to kick this away. Return starts at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. On the move, headed right. He's keeping it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Working quickly here. Richardson now on 1st and 10. That's complete to Pittman. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. This is reeled in by Pittman. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Offense up to the line fast. First down throw here from Richardson. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. They'll throw again. Richardson dumps it off to his running back. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Colts down by 10. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Colts operating from the hurry-up, rushing back to the line. On first down, it's Richardson. That one's complete, right side. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. Second down now, 7 to go. Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. Has it at the 7. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal would tie this game in the 4th. So with less than a minute and a half to play, they must recover this onside effort. And the Packers are able to recover the kick. Needed to try it, we all get it, but didn't work. Still now have those 3 timeouts to fall back on.
They did need to try it, but I think there is a school of thought of, hey, also kick it deep with those 3 timeouts. So now your defense can't give up a yard. Right now, you've really burdened your defense to get a quick stop, a quick stop, a quick stop, and make sure they do not give up any yardage to this opposing offense.
Let's go defense. New set of downs for him from the 46. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Jacobs running behind center. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Timeout Indianapolis, that's its 2nd. And they'll have just one left to burn now. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. So 4th down, here comes Daniel Whelan to send it flying for the Packers. He put too much juice into that one. It lands in the end zone. We're bringing things out to the 20-yard line. The Colts offense set to head out. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. And they jump on top of it. Ooh, a clutch recovery to clean up the mistake this late in the game. Now, hang on. They want to take another look at this play. And a very important call coming up late in this game. Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. 2nd down now, 7 to go. He'll look to throw it. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. This one intended for the running back. And that takes them to 3rd down. Throwing now. On target to his man Taylor. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
You know, Kate, that's exactly what that coverage was meant for. Make the quarterback throw it short, go up and rally, and get yourself off the field.
Trying to set this up quick. Desperation time here on 4th. And they get to him and haul him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Hey, after that stop, Kate, they can start to celebrate. Well, kind of. They still got to finish this game. And my favorite formation in football, that victory formation. Get into it, secure the football, and you'll secure this victory.
No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. The Packers to a knee, letting the clock run out on this victory.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.